Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Minneapolis. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. First and 10. Here's Williams to begin with a pass. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
There he goes, inside the 30. They're going to have it first and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Throwing is Williams. That is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That one, taken in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. Whoa! He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Looking to throw. McCarthy. This one out to Moore. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being...
This one intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick 6. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Finding space at the 40. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
To the left side here, caught by Addison. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On the ground is Mason. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. 3rd and 5. In motion, it's Jefferson. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And that is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of...
Oh, big hole left side. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 92 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Black.
Intercepted by the Texans. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
So the offense dips into their RPO game, and the key for any defense defending it is everybody has to do their job. In this case, it's a give read, the running back gets the ball, and the defense makes a great stop on 4th down.
Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And the Texans have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Schultz is the motion man. Williams to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Williams will set up the screen here with Dell. And they will finally run him down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And he can't get away. Down he goes. Back to the 16. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. On the quick slant, caught by Tank Dell. He is in. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. He'll start at the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run. This is Mason. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. A run. And here's Mason. And this will wind up a Vikings 1st down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. 16-yard pickup on that one. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
16 yards. That's good for a Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. This one is caught by Addison. And he will score. Jordan Addison. Touchdown Vikings. On now for the extra point. And now it's a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on it.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Texans.
Throwing is Williams. This goes out wide for Mixon. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down and 1. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. That is caught. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Mixing up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Hey, look at his defense for the Vikings. Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working out of the gun, Williams. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Mixon with a first down carry to the 27-yard line.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
On 4th down, here's Williams. That's to his running back, complete. Powers past him at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.